Hey guys, mtGnoob here on our awesome sponsor, planeswalkerslibrary.com. They got a great visual spoiler. We've been talking about the white, the blue, and the black, and now time for the red. Alright, so 5-alarm fire. Sounds like it's cool, but it's really not. I think it's a win more card. It costs 3, 1 in double red. It's an enchantment at rare, so when you open this, you're probably not going to be too excited. You might try to build around it, but we'll see why I think it's win more. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, not just damage, put a blaze counter on 5-alarm fire. Remove 5 blaze counters from 5-alarm fire. 5-alarm fire deals 5 damage to target creature or player. They basically wanted to get 5 5s on there, I think, and just fell short. Like I said, you're going to have to build around this card. You got to deal combat damage, you know, which makes it slightly better. You know, at least it's not deal damage to a player, which would be terrible. And then you get to put a blaze counter on it. It's nice that you could deal 5 to target creature or player, and it's nice that it's reusable. But I still don't think it's going to be amazing. I could be wrong. If you have a very fast Boros deck and maybe want to throw this down on turn 3 and keep beating and beating and beating and beating, maybe you'll get to use it once or twice. If that's the case where you get to trigger this thing, more power to you. I'm sure I will get beaten by this now that I've bashed it. I do like the effort that the goblins are putting into setting the fires, but I don't know how great it's going to be. Alright, let's talk about this dragon, Hellkite Tyrant. It's a mythic. It costs 6, 4 in double red for a creature type, dragon, flying and trample, so no haste. It does like to hug buildings, so that's a good thing to know. Whenever a Hellkite Tyrant deals combat damage, to a player, gain control of all artifacts that player controls at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. Alright, so is that ever going to happen in limited or sealed? No. But the fact is, if they have a good artifact, you steal it, which is nice. I'll take a 6/5 flyer trampler any day of the week. It's a dragon. You don't mess with dragons, especially in constructed. It's not going to be amazing. You know, it may be in some of the older formats. You'll like ramp into it and be like, haha, I stole your moxes. But, you know, I don't think it's going to be that great. But in limited, it's going to be a bomb. So watch out for it, you know, and don't play your artifacts. And if you do, make sure they are not buildings, because this guy is just, thinks he's King Kong over here. Hellraiser Goblin. Interesting. I'm a fan of playing goblins. And this card might make goblins slightly more playable. Let's find out why. 2 and 1 red, so cost 3 for a Goblin Berserker at uncommon. Creatures you control have haste and attack each combat if able. So, he is good because he gives all your creatures haste. He himself has haste, and he's a 2/2. The problem is all your dudes always attack. If they quickly stabilize and you have this guy out, say goodbye to your board. But if you are going to try to make a dedicated goblins deck, if you have him out and then you play Cranko Mob Boss on turn 4, plus let's say some other weenie goblins on 1 and 2, then you might be looking pretty okay, because you can tap for a bunch of goblins. They all have haste. He is by no means Goblin Chieftain, you know, any of the Goblin Lords he is not, but, you know, having him as a 2/2 beater, I can see doing pretty good if that's your objective. This is the card I'm most excited about in red. Skullcrack. First of all, awesome name. Second of all, looks like they're beating down the Azorius Guild Mage, which I have not been a fan of since I've lost him many times. That's for detaining all my shit, bro. Boom. Skullcrack. It costs 1 and red, so it costs 2 for an instant, and it's uncommon, which is good. I think it's fine. Players can't gain life this turn. Thank God. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Thank God. Skullcrack deals 3 damage. Sorry, player. If that said creature, this would be good. I think if it said 3 damage to target player creature or player, I think if they made it rare, I would like turn a blind eye and be like, all right, you want to bone me, that's fine. It can't kill creatures, so keep that in mind. But it does say I'm a red deck or I'm a black-red deck, and Thragtusk is very annoying. And oh, you're gonna play Thragtusk? That's a nice 5/3 that you have. Take 3 damage. Don't gain 5 life. Do not pass go. Do not play Sphinx's Revelation. Do not collect $200. I think this is a really, really fantastic card, and it will show up in multiple formats. And that's it. I'm gonna, hide my Skullcrack boner now. Tim Street Market. It's an aura for 5, 4 and a red. It's common, and it has an enchant land. Enchant land has discard a card, draw a card. It doesn't give you value initially. You're 2-for-1ing yourself initially. I think it'll be okay, maybe as a one of in a limited pool, like a 23rd card. If you want to just sift through your cards to try to get to a bomb, or you have excess lands, but I'm not a big fan of that. And finally, for the red spoilers, VaShawn Shanktail. I wouldn't want to mess with him in the prison showers. I thought it said Skanktail, which is like doesn't match the picture. He's a skank. All right, he costs 4, 3 and a red for a VaShawn warrior creature type at uncommon. He's got first strike, and this is the first time we're seeing in these spoilers they've been doing the ability of Blood Rush. So he's a 3/1 first striker for 4. Not the greatest of things, but what he does do is you can pay 1 less mana, so 2 and a red, discard him, and you can give target attacking creature gets +3/+1 and gains first strike until end of turn. So all these Blood Rush things, the main thing I like about them is that they're uncounterable. I mean, you could still stifle it in other formats, mainly Legacy, but it's like, oh, my guy got through, good game, I just buffed him +3/+1. Or, oh, you made a block that you thought was good, discard this guy, first strike, yada yada, my guy survives. So I think these cards are going to be very versatile, especially in draft and at the pre-release, so I would probably play this. I don't like him for his stats, but I feel that he's okay. All right, definitely head over to planeswalkerslibrary.com, check him out, and come to our site, theMTGnoob.com. We got some awesome articles and stuff. Thanks for watching.